Today, or tonight more properly, since it's 1600, no, it's 1800 Eastern Time on January 5th, 2017, I wish to read you a poem. I wrote the poem. A poem. It's called The Wandering Herniotomist. Now, in the olden days, back in the days, probably you're talking 17th, 18th century now. I'm not making this up. There were fellows that were known as, much like traveling tinkers, went around. And actually, I remember traveling tinkers coming by my house in the early 50s, mid-50s. Beware the bell, for whom it tolls for thee. But the wandering herniotomist always had a dog. He always traveled with a dog because, they wouldn't fix the direct hernias, the ones that come out right through the abdominal. They'd do the indirect hernias that sort of travel down the inguinal canal into the scrotum. Well, they didn't really fix those either, as it turns out. What they did is they'd incise the scrotum, pull out the testicle, zip it over to the dog. The dog would scarf it down, and then they'd sew that scrotum up, and if they really, were clever and slick, they'd try to do high ligation of the sac. Well, not high ligation of the sac, just ligate the sac. Let's not get too fancy here. This is this was even before they came up with the dictum, never cut they never cut for the stones in the Hippocratic Oath, but, they didn't really start cutting for the stone, which is a bladder stone, until the late 18th century. And of course, that's all without anesthesia, Herewith, The Wandering Herniotomist. A poem by Joe. I am the wandering herniotomist. I travel with my dog. I don't have much to feed him, but yet he comes along. He knows that when I operate, I pull a sleight of hand. I yank out that old testicle and toss it on to him. He scarfs it down and gulps it. But the surrounding crowd does not know, because by that time, most surely, I've started on the show. I pull out all my tools and make as if to work. I flourish them and brandish them and often look a jerk. But the key is in the patter. That gets me off the hook. Since if I've been really slick, they've not even chanced to look. And how I zip that testicle out over to the dog and sew up that old scrotum while singing them a song. It's time to leave now, surely. They'll catch on soon enough. But I'll be in the next town and surely sleeping rough. It does not matter, does it? I've got my dog and more, to the point I've got my freedom, and I cannot ask for more. Nor can you. Bye-bye, YouTubers.